Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for the evening of April the 2nd, 2026. I am Mom. And sorry I'm a couple of minutes late because I was having way too much fun taking care of a red alert here on New Romulus. Because it is, after all, a Dilithium weekend. Actually, I think it's more like a Dilithium week. What have we got going on here? Through the 7th, which would make it through next... No, there we go. Through next Tuesday. Oh, that's not bad. That's 5 days. You've got time. I think the event ended today, right? Yeah, the event is over. No, it's not. Featured event. Oh, that ends on the 7th too. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot going. Oh, oh. Hold on. That means when you go to do the dilithium, it will be an extra 50%. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Boy, I wish I hadn't done it this morning. All right. Well, now I'm going to do it on the 20-hour cool down. Does that work that way? No, that doesn't work that way. Darn it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll make lots of money on dilithium this week. Let's see. I want to go over there. But anyway, so the first one of these red alerts of the day, you get a little 50% bonus for being on New Romulus. And then you've got the 50% bonus. So the first one of the day was 1,080 base dilithium plus 480 bonus. That's not bad. That's 1560 for what turned out to be a 3-minute thing, 4-minute thing. It's not bad. I'll take it. The annoying thing is, though, and this is the reason I was late, we got to 99% of the tholians taken out in the 4 minutes we have, and then time lapse with 99% done. That is so annoying. But I have restore shields on the ground. Oh no, a hard one. The Kumarki set is so good for this. All the way gone, all the way back, endeavor done. Yay! And Voth ships in the Dyson sphere. Let's just bite the bullet and go do it, Mom, and then we can have some fun. So I hope you all had a wonderful April 1st. I was bummed because I had class. And I had to just make the decision, do I stay and enjoy artisanal audio? Or do I go to class and learn how to beat up people more than I can currently beat up people? Ooh, this is very quiet. Let's see if that's any better. Not really. Okay. How's this? That's a little better. Boy, I sound very nasally today. I am so sorry. Ooh. I need new glasses. My glasses slide down the bridge of my nose, so they're sitting right at the end, and then I get all weird sounding. Plus, I should sit up straight. My mother would be much happier if I did that. So is everybody gone today? Let's take a look here. It's a little busy out there, but not a lot of people. So we've been chatting about changing hours for the show, and I am going to change the hours a little bit. I'm going to do 2 shows in the evenings every week, and try and stick to that 5 shows in the morning. We'll see how that goes. I may throw a Sunday show back in every now and then, but I do want to work on a Star Trek Online project for a while. And I thought, I will commit to a couple of nights a week. So I'm thinking Tuesday night and Thursday night, but I'm going to extend the times out a little bit. So starting when I get back from Texas, which is in 2 weeks, we'll be on Tuesday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. and Thursday from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. Why 4 o'clock on Tuesday? Well, because 10 forward is on. Okay. That's weird. There we go. Wow, I couldn't back out of that one. So I figured there'll be people on listening to Kel and whoever else is on. Might take advantage of that and try to be on and see if we can learn new stuff and have people come join us and chat with us. Is that exploitation of a known issue? Yeah, absolutely. Works in the game, works here too. We'll see how that goes for a couple of months. Probably through going to Vegas, and we'll take a reevaluation after Vegas. And no, I'm not going to live stream from Vegas. That is not a fun thought. One, because I'm sure the hotel has garbage internet. Unless you pay for something really good, which I've never had a lot of great luck with that. I was at one hotel here in Indy when I was commuting back and forth to Chicago every week, and their internet was fantastic. A gig up and down for the regular price. It was amazing. And then I went to a regular hotel and nope, nobody, nope, nope, nope. It was not amazing. There's one up there. What do I need? I need 10 ships here. Oh, there's 2 ships. There's a whole bunch of ships. Ooh, let's get the whole bunch of ships. Wrong ship. Okay. Oh man, this thing handles like a brick. Wow. Let's throw that in there. There. No, we're not going to the Undine. Doesn't accelerate, doesn't turn. I'm sure I've seen worse ships. Oops, there's one. The named ships are out. Yay! Let's get the named ships. I know there's an accolade for getting all the named ships. I suspect I've already got it on this tune. Man, this thing cannot turn. There we go. I've got my 10. I'm not going to worry about the accolade for this one today. All right, we got everything done there. So, ooh, wow. I have a bit to go. Let's go do a patrol.
Good evening.
Good evening, Wotzehell. How are you?
Very well so far.
Good. Glad to hear that. Somebody was just messaging me as I was looking at patrols to try and level up this ship. It's looked like a very quiet night tonight.
You're flying the not Destiny Ascension.
I'm doing the compiler.
Hmm.
Let's take a look at levels here real quick.
Well, have you ever played the game's Mass Effect?
Yes, but not in a long time.
Cast before your mind's eye the Atari ship Destiny Ascension.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your ship.
Nah. Hang on.
Pretty much.
Give me a second here and I will. Oops. Works better when you can spell. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, it's similar,
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, I can see your point there. You know what the Destiny Ascension really looks like, though? Is there's a cool ship in one of the episodes that really looks like that, even more than the compiler. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm off for the next couple of days.
Oh, is that nice?
Yeah.
Okay, yay! Hi,
I
ho,
was
hell. How
thinking
are you
about
doing?
the cool time gate thing that you
Yeah,
destroy in that mission.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. It kind of
Yeah,
has that same opening to it. Well, I want to level this ship up. You want to go play patrols?
I am logging in right now.
Yay!
What do we need to level in patrols? Let's do some damage. No one else is here to do damage.
So, Ed, you are missing some wonderful Indianapolis weather. It
Nice.
was 70 on Monday. Sorry, 70 on Tuesday. It was 40 yesterday and dropped to almost freezing. I woke up and it looked like it had snowed overnight. It's 70 again. What the heck is going on? I was at class last night, and one of the students that was in the class last night had come up here from Phoenix, and he's not native to the state, so he really wasn't familiar. But let's say he was in Phoenix for 6 months, and then he moved to Indianapolis, and he's like, "I don't get this." One of the guys is like, "Well, this is spring, so it starts out with winter, then you have fall, spring, then you have another couple of days of winter, then you have fall, spring two, then you have third winters, then you have fall, springs three." And he's like, "Does this happen all the time?"
Elevensies.
Yeah, 11 seats exactly. Yes, this happens all the time.
Have them go to Texas, where if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes.
Oh, it's the same here.
A Canadian guy told me once they have 4 seasons in Canada.
Yeah.
One of which is winter.
Uh-huh.
Next is winter. Next is still winter, and next comes road construction.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Road construction is always the fourth season.
Yeah. We had a saying like that in Texas. We had 4 seasons: summer, midsummer, late summer, and next summer.
Oh, there's a machine that they've been using here for some of the potholes, because normally in the past they've just filled them in, but now they've got this machine that comes along, scrapes up the asphalt, chews it up, adds some more whatever you put into it, heats it up, and lays it down at the back of the machine, smooths it out, and the truck follows it up and rolls it into place. And rather than shutting down a road for a week or so to repave it, it's just like it's down for a day. Then you've got basically a new road down there. I'm going to take it.
Reminds me of it.
Where some
Reminds me of
American.
an episode. Go ahead.
Yeah, you first. Why not?
Sorry. No, it reminds me of an episode of Darkwing Duck where they go back in time and all the prehistoric people are quite smart, but their tires are made of stone and their roads are made of an inflatable substance, and it's like go the other way around.
Let's see, it is a road paver is actually the name of it. Very cool. How to make a nearly instant road or road repair. And not a clever name. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, it's me. That's why. Duh. There you go. Sorry. Was going through a few notes there. Okay, Hohel says in Florida you get 3 seasons: cold winter, allergy season, hot and humid any time year long. Yep, absolutely. I was telling somebody about humidity and they were complaining. I'm like, hey, go to New Orleans and then you can shut up about humidity.
Where the puppers?
They're getting a little crotchety. I don't know what's going on. They're both 8. Fifi's getting a little snippy snappy, and Loki's getting snippy snappied at. And they're both getting tired more often. We went for a very easy, 2-mile walk on relatively flat terrain today. And they both got tired, and I can't deal with this. Yeah, we were out for 2.5 miles today, and that was it. They're both tired. Go figure. I'm gonna have to get them back into shape for the summer because I got hikes to do. Wotzehell, what would you say to? What's your preference? I'm at 3 out of 5. Maybe a little bit better. I'm at 3.5 out of 5.
Well, wanted would be functional.
Let's do wanted on advanced. I'm launching. They had, however, 6 to 12 inches of snow predicted for today in Minnesota. Nope. Just no. It's April. We can stop with the snow. The little girl isn't going to like you trying to get her in shape for hikes. No, she is not. I do, however, have a carrier for her so that, if she gets too tuckered out, I can just pick her up and carry her. But then she goes, but I want to walk. Fine, I put her down. She goes, but I'm tired. Pick her up, put her away. But I want to get down. Oh, make up your mind. So next week I will take them to the park on the far east side of town, which is all trails in the woods. And I like to take them on the weekends, but it's also going to be nice weather, so everybody will be out. But this week was Easter break, so everybody was out there. Way too many people, way too many dogs.
All the smells and things to bark at.
Yeah. The trails very explicitly say, do not ride your bike on these trails. These are not bike trails. No bikes. Bikes, no trails. Trails, not for biking. And that apparently means, hey, this is a perfect place to take your bike. So I'm back in Texas in 2 weeks, but I'm not going all the way down to where you are. Or I'll be up in Dallas.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Just running in and out for 2 days. For some reason, I thought the event was over today.
Ending on the 7th.
Yeah.
PSA, don't forget your Phoenix pack.
Yeah. Phoenix Pack's going on right now. I will go do that when we're done here. The problem is I don't need anything from a Phoenix Pack because I've got all the event ships. All of them. And I can't sell anything and I can't give it away. There's not a lot I need with those.
You can buy all the shields. All the vanity shields.
I don't do vanity shields. Let's see what's available. Or is it in price? It's available. I was really bummed that the artisanal sounds were so short this week. I mean, they started after 1 o'clock or just before 1 o'clock yesterday, and by the time I got home from class, they were done. That's not fun.
Yeah, need to be on during the right time of the day.
Yeah. Leave it on all the time and let people have the option of turning it off.
Make it a console.
Yeah. I mean, some of us love the stupid audio. Come on. It's in here someplace. There it is. Wotzehell says, the only sign people pay attention to are the trespassers will be shot signs. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't pay attention to those. I don't get that. I'm going to go get my Phoenix pack on this tune. Well, somebody's having a party down here. And what did I get? Open it up and, an ultra rare, which I'll add to my collection of ultra rares. But that's nice. I usually just get like blues. So I
got a blue one today, but now that you acquired the mission, because I'm in your team, got the mission as well.
Can you get a second one?
About to find out.
Oh, that would be really cool. So it looks like I've got 50 rares, 14 ultras, 34 very rares. I doesn't look like I've got any epics on this, which doesn't make sense. Unless they're in somebody's inventory someplace, which is definitely a possibility. That would be really interesting if you could keep reclaiming it as whenever anybody picks up the mission and you're teamed with them.
Oh.
They would quickly patch that out.
Shh. Maybe if they knew about it. We don't have to tell them.
Since I've not been in game for like a month and a half, I wonder if Vorticus is getting a good night's sleep.
I have no clue.
Or maybe it's because it's the next day according to their clock.
Did you pick it up earlier today?
I picked it up earlier today. Yeah.
That's
at around 6 p.m. I think 7 p.m.
Well, let me know if you can actually get one. Or if you get down there and he gives you the, no, you have to come back tomorrow thing. Yeah, I think when I go to... Okay, when I got here, that's half the fight. I should check the ship, see how well I did on that one. I maxed out the ship. I can go get a new ship. All right. I see you over there.
Receive pack.
You got it?
Pack. Yeah.
No.
But I'm figuring that's because it's the new day, according to Cryptic.
Usually it's a 20-hour cooldown, regardless of when. Or 24-hour cooldown. But shh, we're not going to tell anybody that happened. Huh. Out of curiosity...
Except I can't find that it's in my inventory.
Oh. So it's glitchy, but it's not broken.
Well, that's stupid.
Well, yeah. I'm going to go back to New Romulus real quick and go get me another ship. Woo!
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, Rosanna. Rosanna, blabbity, 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 blah. Hold on, I don't need to do that one. I can do it this way. I have all my endeavors done, so I'm completely open to just having some fun tonight.
Huh? Apparently you have a sphere of influence open.
Yeah, I use it as my shortcut to New Romulus rather than wasting a transwarp on it. I try and find story shortcuts because if I have to use the transwarp, sometimes you run into the cooldown issue. All right, we did that one. We will do the Temerian Deep Space Cruiser. Let's see how this one goes.
If I remember right, that thing could be a half-decent tank.
Really?
Has a command seat somewhere.
I haven't even looked at that yet. Hull's decent. Did you see the pretty new Sovereign variant? No, I did not see the pretty new Sovereign variant. Where is the pretty new Sovereign variant? Hang on a second, I'm going to have to go over and look at that.
Might be a 5-3, and then everyone will be really pissy who bought the legendary sovereigns.
That's legendary. All right, let me take a peek at this one. There's a link in chat if anybody wants to see it. What the heck? Hold on a second here. I encourage everybody to go take a peek at that. However, it is entitled, once you get there, ESP more. And it probably came out yesterday. It came out yesterday. I repeat, it came out yesterday. Translates to Noble Class Battle Cruiser. Translates to yesterday was April Fool's Day.
Oh well.
Hey, we got the supposedly the first contact reward. Oh, reward, yeah, award. That would be nice. Hey, anything that comes out from them on April the 1st and has a kind of silly nonsense speech part in there, I assume that is Kel yanking our chains. Though admittedly, there's been a few he's come out with that are darn funny, so it wouldn't be a huge surprise if it's just a joke. But that looks pretty. And if it's a prize for an event, that would be really nice. It was put up yesterday, but it was only shared today, and it was an ARG. Not sure what an ARG is.
Stands for Augmented Reality Game.
Ah, I know it is. Arrgh, as in pirate speak. Who is joining us in Chitter Chatter? It's a Taz. Hiya, Taz. Oh, people had to solve puzzles to get the YouTube link. Thank you. Yeah, I never get those puzzles. I'm clever, but I'm not clever that way. I'm clever in other ways.
I was so dead this morning.
Me too. That's what you said, but then you said you thought and then you woke up. I, on the other hand, got up when the alarm went off and had realized at that point I'd had about 4.5 hours sleep. Let the dogs out, messaged you, messaged Chris, went back to bed and slept till 7:30.
Nice.
Yeah, class ran late. It was a very good class, but it ran late. And then we had really intense winds, so the whole drive home was a lot slower than normal. Plus, you're having to steer into the wind the entire time, so it's a lot of strain. Just finally pulled over just to try and get my shoulders back.
Nice.
But I'm home now. Yay. Let's see. We've got some stations. Let's throw some stuff on here.
How's the other Dan?
Pardon? How's the other Dan? He's doing okay. Today is the anniversary of my husband's passing, so I went over to visit him for part of the day with the dogs, even though he's at work.
Yeah, it was anniversary of my dad's passing on the 20th.
Yeah.
His birthday was on the 25th, and my daughter's was on the 28th.
Wow. That's a lot coming at you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are giving me silent treatment since they died in 2016.
Yeah.
Dad in January and mom in December, like a day after Christmas.
Oh man, that's rough.
Excellent timing.
Ah. No, that's hard. I mean, I knew my husband was ill and had been ill for 35 years, so it's not like it was a huge surprise. But it doesn't make it any easier.
Either. Mom was suffering from pancreatic cancer.
Ew. That's tough. I needed to get a ride to work one day about 2 years ago. So I got a Lyft or an Uber, whatever they are at the moment. And the gentleman who picked me up informed me that he was a former doctor, not in the U.S., but outside the U.S. He'd been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which is pretty much, excuse my terminology, but Toast City. And he says he beat it. I'm like, that is amazing. And then he decided that he wasn't going to waste his life sitting in a hospital with ungrateful people. He was going to go out and have an exciting and enjoyable life and drives an Uber. I'm not sure that's what I'd do if I had that option. Okay, fine, we'll throw that in there. I don't know what that is, but we'll throw it in.
Being a doctor would be more exciting than driving an Uber.
I suppose it depends on what you do. I was chatting with one of our fleet mates here, and he mentioned blood banking, which is what I used to do. And, there's moments that are really exciting, like when the machine explodes and you get doused in contaminated blood. That's not a fun day. A few others like that. The day that a different machine decides to malfunction and sprays a pint of blood everywhere inside the machine. And it looks like a murder scene because there's blood dripping out of the machine. And then the next day, you realize you didn't clean it all because blood smells really funny the second day. Oh my goodness, Ed. That is a beautiful picture. Yeah, the smell of old blood is just ugh, ugh. I guess the stress got to him when he was driving. He was able to meet new people on better terms than with an illness. That is a valid point. I used to work with a blood bank where one of our leads, but still a phlebotomist, was a physician from Russia, but he couldn't get his credentials accepted here, and the best job he could get was working as a phlebotomist with a insurance company. I don't know how I'd take that if I was him. All those years of working so hard and then find out that your degree isn't worth a lot here.
I know a lot of corpsman medics who are like that.
Yeah.
It is a sped up credential
'Cause
program for any qualification you might have that isn't really valid in Germany, where the German authorities, German people would have you have some other knowledge or more knowledge about certain areas, and you can get through that in like half a year for some professions or a year or something, and then you're a full-fledged doctor or builder or whatever.
Yeah. I worked with a woman who had an engineering degree in India, and she moved to Australia, and they accepted it in Australia with a lot of limitations, and she got here to the States, and we accepted it with limitations, but if she wanted to go back to college for 1 year, she would get the equivalent degree here, and my company offered to pay for it. And she declined because she didn't want to go back to school for 1 year. And I'm thinking, if somebody offered to send me back to college and they were going to pay for it for a year while I had a job, yeah, totally doing that. All right, I have a new ship.
I'm debating about going back and trying to get become a phlebotomist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a little rough on the lower back, but a lot of places will give you like those wheelie chairs like welders use to get you from one patient to the next, which really takes the strain off your back.
Yeah.
Those things are probably the best investment. If they'll let you have one of those, you just roll from place to place to place. And it's a lot easier to do the sticks when you're standing, but once you've done with the machines and just rolling from one machine to the next, because I'm kind of assuming you do plasma.
Yep.
Since they're always hiring, though, real donor rooms are pretty good. Just don't go on mobiles. Do not go on mobiles. Those things are brutal. They could not pay me enough money to go on a mobile blood drive. Well, what's it?
Imagine you went to the wheelie chairs eventually, because if you most of your phlebotomists retire at age 45 because they have slipped discs or anything, yeah, maybe we should buy some chairs.
Yep, buy some chairs. Yeah, there were a lot of days when you're spending the day leaning over the machine, setting up the equipment, leaning over people, leaning over people, leaning over people. So I left that and went into a hospital where I promptly started having to lean over people all the time. And the head nurse would be, just raise the bed. Yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Okay.
Not that I don't love working the graveyard shift at a gas station.
Let's see.
Now you know what a drinking bird toilet feels like.
Just out of curiosity here. So, customer support. Guys, give me wages here. Oh, I love it. They don't put wages on theirs. Between $16 and $21 an hour, with the average being 18 to 19. That's for.
And is that Cryptic's?
Pardon?
I was saying, is that Cryptic's customer service or?
No, that is This is for a phlebotomist, average wage in the U.S. Depends on location. Certification will take that up to a couple of bucks more per hour, up to 25 an hour, and seniors, with experience, up to 33 an hour. I want to say I worked for a blood bank and made that in the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, I was thinking if you're wearing a white coat to work, you are not making under 20.
Yeah, I would say I was making probably 25 an hour, but I was salaried because I was a supervisor, and my staff made more than that because they had the option to take overtime, which I did not have. So yeah, get a job that's not salaried. And definitely get the certification. Certifications are relatively simple. Let's see. Between 900 and 1,000, and 2 to 6 weeks. Some are as little as 2 to 3 days for the certification, and 10 CEs per year, which most places provide for you. So yeah, that's definitely doable. Might have to save up a little bit for it. All right, what are we doing? Wotzehell?
Patrols?
Yeah, we can do
Because you're
patrols.
leveling the Temerian thing?
I am. I was just seeing if anybody else had jumped in. Nobody has, so yes. How about ninth roll?
Ooh.
We'll just do 'em. I accidentally started with Within the Briars yesterday when I was leveling 1. That's not a mistake I'm going to do again. That was boring.
A little bit boring, yes.
It was a lot bit boring.
And frugal days.
Looks like there was a fight here recently.
It's not the most attractive ship out there, is it?
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Right.
Lead the way. Sure God will follow.
I wasn't sure if I should take one tune and do all the ships I have, or if I should just do all the event ships on all the tunes, and then go back and do all the other ships I have on all the tunes. Well, getting back to what Wotzehell was saying about the guy who wound up being an ex-doctor driving an Uber. It's weird, but I know more than a few doctors and lawyers who basically went through almost a decade of training, working in a hospital or working in practice, and then had a midlife crisis around 40, 45, and went, I'm going to do pottery for a living. That's got to be rough. I'm sure their parents are doing we paid $180,000 for you to go to school, and you're doing pottery.
Yeah, that must be quite disturbing.
Uh-huh.
I had the chair of an English department at one of the UT schools, tenured even, who moonlighted at McDonald's just to make ends meet.
Yeah, I had a couple
It's
of...
ridiculous.
We had fellows at the blood bank I was at that worked at Crate and Barrel for the same reason they could not pay their bills if they didn't have a part-time job. And they would never make money. Blood banking is a specialty, but it's not a high-paying specialty. This looks like the bubble bath from hell right now. That said, the local pastry shop is hiring right now. There's a part of me that's like, I could go work at the pastry shop for a few hours every morning. And then my brain was like,
Okay.
no, don't do that.
There is a Voodoo Donuts not 2 blocks from here,
Really?
and yeah, and it's like you are bad for not only my wallet but my waistline.
Oh yeah, man, Voodoo Donuts is amazing.
What is Voodoo Donuts?
It's a donut shop, but they have very creative flavors, and the donuts themselves are actually quite good. At least the ones I've had, they're not light and airy. They've got some chew to them, as they say.
They are definitely a post-bar, sobering up kind of
Yeah,
donut.
yeah, exactly. I was at.
Things like the maple bacon bar.
Oh yeah. Now that is an awesome breakfast bar, I will have you know.
Oh yeah. My favorite's the lunchroom special.
Oh.
The peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, I haven't tried that one. So there's a Voodoo Donuts on the old strip in Vegas, not the new strip, the old one. And I was waiting for my Uber to pick me up, but you know the old strip, everybody's waiting for an Uber, so I went down there, and I'm sitting there waiting for it, and I realized I could run into the donut shop and pick up some donuts while I'm waiting for the Uber. And they were closing in 15 minutes, and they're like, how many do you want? How about 2? And she goes, tell you what, I've got 16 left. You can have 16 for the price of 2, and then I can close the place. Fine.
Awesome.
Yep. Got out of there, and I'm handing out donuts to everybody.
I would have eaten myself into a coma.
Yeah, I was there for, was this DT's wedding? No, this was the year before, or 2 years before DT's wedding. A year that I didn't have a car, so let's see how that did. That got me to, oh, that's leveled.
Very well.
Well, let's go grab another ship. There's a similar donut shop up in, I want to say it's Fort Wayne, but it's not Fort Wayne. Kokomo! Dan's Variety Bakery. It doesn't sound great. It opens at midnight, and it stays open until the donuts are gone.
Was your ship at 0 XP?
Yeah, I had just taken it out of the box.
0 to 5 in one advance.
Yeah.
Must have done some damage.
Yeah, you certainly did enough. That was a nice little ship, though. I think that might go into the not getting tossed out immediately pile. Oops, let's change that. There we go. So the server issues this morning were just amazing, and now I'm not having any server issues. I have no idea what is going on with this. Let's see, we'll take
I
out...
was about to ask, amazing in what sense?
I couldn't change tunes. It would just go into SNR. I couldn't change maps a couple of times. I couldn't get my ship to come up a few times, so I'd be in space outside of ESD. Well, that's what it looked like I was, but my ship wasn't there. It was an extremely not happy moment. Get rid of that one. And we will discharge you. Alright, so let's see what we got. Nope, nobody, no. Okay, let me go clean out my inventory real quick. Unfortunately, there is a donut shop by the grocery store that I have discovered near me. And the donuts are fine. I mean, they're not great, they're not horrible, but it's the fact that it's right there, right next to where I am, tempting me. Get out from the grocery store with my nice, healthy, whatever it is, vegetables and fresh fruit. There's the Pana Donut Shop going, hey, why don't you come on over here? Just the crack cocaine of the diet world.
All right.
So flour, make better donuts yourself.
Oh, yeah, but I'd eat them.
Well, that is what they're for.
Yeah, but I'd eat them all.
I need to get your pizza crust recipe.
Oh, sure, no problem. Though a lot of times I just eyeball it, but I'll send you the general guidelines and tweak it to your heart's content.
Mine always comes out more Sicilian, and I'm like, that's a lot of bread.
Oh, yeah. The big thing you need to add to keep your dough from getting bready is just time. Start with a water flour mixture and let it proof up like overnight.
I was about to ask the temporal time or the herb.
The temporal time. It's you want to make a very loose batter. Let's say I'll make a small one. A cup of water, a cup of flour. Mix it together with some yeast. Put it in the fridge overnight. The next day, you're going to take it out, bring it up to room temperature, then add enough flour to make a very loose dough. Just enough where you can get it to work and not stick to your hands. And then you let that sit. It will absorb the water that's already in there, and that will give you the dough that you want, but it'll also give you more chew, and the time that it sits gives you more time for it to relax. You can also put a little bit of olive oil in it too, and a pinch of salt. But I'll send you the specifics.
So basically, an autolyze.
Pardon?
So basically, an autolyze.
Something like that. Ooh, Admiral Kage has redeemed a mom hydration. I will take care of that in a minute. Tali says, fresh fruit. You can use them for a self-defense class. Yes, you can. And today it was defense against the raspberries. And Hohel says, don't you work out and exercise enough to enjoy a donut? All the hiking talk. Yes, I do. It's why I exercise and do all the hiking is because I like my donuts. I used to bicycle 19 miles to the donut shop. And I'd buy two, and I'd make it maybe a 25, 30-mile trip back because Indiana is not, or it is possibly the most bike-friendly town. There are bike routes every place, and it's pretty flat. So, you get out there, you're on your bike, everything's going, you got your donut, you got your water. I could spend the whole day biking. And I will pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to do a really quick run downstairs and get my mom hydration from Admiral Kage, and we will be back in 1 minute or so, however long it takes me to run downstairs. I'll be right back.
Interesting. Be having hydration right next to your desk, like I do.
Don't stay cold there.
Where is she getting her drink from? Champagne from the region of Champagne in France. Maybe she has a really big house.
Who, me? I have a small house.
Oh,
Ed, you've been here. It's not a big house, is it?
No.
Not particularly. It's 1,500 square feet. Thank you very much. Technically 3 bedrooms, which could easily be turned into 4 bedrooms if somebody was a lot more skilled with woodworking than I am. I have a loft on the top floor, which is still just filled with boxes of stuff I haven't unpacked yet. Okay, Admiral Kage, your bomb hydration is slightly not the most hydrating thing, because it's wine. It is a glass of Delta Estates, which does not insinuate that we're going to go play Delta. Sauvignon Blanc. Chilled.
oh. What is that? Where does it come from?
It is a Marlborough region of the South Island of New Zealand, which is the kind of
Neat.
wine I like. But I'm going to give this one, it's a little astringent. It says it's got hints of grapefruit. It definitely has hints of grapefruit in it. Apparently we have an ad coming in shortly here. Have I done anything with this ship yet? This is the Horcha, which I'm going to take up and set up the tray real quick. I used to love
Horcha. Ah, that
Horcha.
thing.
That's the name of my ship. But I think it's a drink too. Isn't a Horcha a drink of some sort?
Horchata.
don't-
It's
That's what I was thinking of.
it's Mexican rice milk with cinnamon and star anise. It's quite good.
Huh. I did not know that. I knew it was a thing, I just didn't know which thing it was. No, I don't really want that on there. I can go up there. I can go over there. Oh, Citalia. Coconut and cinnamon rice milk. Okay. From my son, Citalia. This is for you. There's a Klingon story called A House Alone. A Klingon warrior must defend his home against dishonorable thieves who would steal his family's treasure. His name, Kevin of McAllister.
I knew exactly where that was going.
You're better than me. I read it through and I'm like, huh. Well, that sounds kind of familiar, but I don't quite get it. Son does eye roll. Oh, that's what that is. Bearing in mind, I've never seen that movie.
I liked the first one. The second one was okay. It had too much Trump in it.
Metaphorically or really?
Really, because they were
Oh.
filming at one of his hotels,
Ah,
so he weaseled his way into a cameo. He's there for all of like 4 seconds, but that's still too much. Tim Curry's great in it, though.
Tim Curry's great in everything. Oh, speaking of Tim Curry, we are not watching Clue tomorrow night. We are going to try and watch Invader Zim, the Invader Zim movie. Whichever one that's called. Not sure. Hey, give me 1 second here.
It's called Enter the Flopus.
Let us see where we can do that. Nope, that's not what I want. Come on.
Did you find it?
Oh, I found the movie. I just have to find where we can watch it. Shoot,
Okay.
it's on Netflix. Is it on anything else? Go enter the first. Ah! It's only on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. But we'll figure that one out by tomorrow.
If you want, I can stream it for you.
Oh, well, hold on. Might be on Roku too. I don't have Roku on this, but I might be able to put it on this. Nope, it's Netflix. Yeah, if you've got Netflix and you'd like to stream it for us, that would be amazing. Because I love my Sim. Let's see, speaking of Clue, Steam is doing a House and Home Fest, and Clue is one of the games in the event. Because Clue takes place in a mansion. Yes, it does. Oops, nope, that's not the button I want. I want that button. Swear it takes me longer to put together my tray than it does to actually level up this. Okay. Has a tray. And the ad break is finishing now. How perfect is that? All right, what are we up to now?
Well, if you're
Just
doing a
realize-
gala, the tray is not overly important, I suppose.
No, it's just I like to try and keep things fairly the same across all of them. That way I can go back and go, well, with the same trade, this ship was a lot more fun than these 3 ships. So that's one I will probably look at, making into a fun ship for a specific build.
How is that? Yeah, you outfit the science destroyers in that way, and yeah.
It's my first step in playing with things is if I go up there and it's just not fun. I have like 300 other ships I'm going to try before I go and try and make that one fun. On the other hand, somebody may say, hey, that's a really fun ship. You should look at doing this. Like you were mentioning the Temerian ship. That was really fun. I enjoyed playing that ship. That's why I didn't just kill it. I will go back and look at making that into something I can just grab and have some fun with. I try and have like 4 or 5 ships that are just nice, enjoyable, fun things to take out, and then one really good ship for each tune.
There are better tank ships out there.
Yes.
Do you have a Styx by chance?
No, I have an Acheron. Same.
Do you have the Acheron is a miracle worker.
Yep.
And the Styx is a command boat.
I do not
So
have
you
a.
can have suppressive fire.
I do not have a
Suppressive
Styx.
barrage.
Well, so this tune I haven't decided where they're going. Like my Gorn has got a Sulaban Silic. I freaking love that ship.
Finally, yes.
It is just a joy. It's fast. It's maneuverable. It's got pets up the yin yang. Plenty of pew-pew. Plenty of defense. It will hang in there for anything. And to me, that's just fun. I don't even have an alternate ship for that guy to take out. So, very happy.
How was the 16th anniversary bundle?
I didn't buy it. The thing is, all of the ships are available using your T6 coupons if you want to use them on it, which I might do, but I'm not really up for any of those ships.
No.
I mean, they're
The
fine.
only one that stuck in my mind that I saw was the Warp Delta.
Oh, I have no idea about that one. The one that most people seem to have grabbed are the Surak Intel Science Destroyer and the Endorian Kumari, the Pilot Light Battle Cruiser. Those are the 2 I see in fights the most often.
Ari is notable that this is the first pilot vessel of the same class that shares this with the Archon, no. Inquiry.
The pack looks nice in that you get 6 ships, including the Zindi Primate Adaleth, which is not a fabulous ship, but at the same time, it's kind of fun, kind of nerdy. But the ground.
I hope.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was going to say I hope for the 17th we get the ring ship,
The ring ship.
the XCV.
I don't know that ship, do I? I don't know that ship.
Yeah, it's The Enterprise before we got the NX.
Why do I not know this ship?
XCV 330.
Oh, I had to Google that one.
Yeah, I love that ship.
This design is based on one of Matt Jeffries' earliest concepts for the Enterprise back in 1964. Wow. Jeffries discarded the design because he felt filming model would not have been strong enough to support itself. Of course,
And then Mark Riddlemaker fleshed it out for the Ships of the Line calendar.
Oh, did he?
And I love that model. And then we got it in season 5 of Lower Decks as the dimension hopping ship.
Let me see if I can get you a good image of it, Satalia. Here. Hopefully this will work. Whoop, nope, ignore that. That's too long. Where can you guys see that?
That is a link to your hard drive.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to work for you. Copy the link to the image, and that's not what we got, so. Let's go up there. See if that one works for you. Nope. Just Google it. You're on your own.
Oh.
Enterprise XCV 330. There are a bajillion images up there. Oh, though, if you hit the redirect, it'll show it to you.
Yeah, and the salvage ship from the last season of Strange New Worlds was the XCV 100.
I'm trying to remember if I watched the last episode of Strange New Worlds or not. Give me 1 second here. Well, at least my brother's still alive because he's sending out political things. Okay. All right, I am
Non-political again.
I love my brother, but yeah. And I don't even disagree with his politics. It's just keep that at home. I don't send out political statements unless it's something really important, like save Eagle Creek, which is our local creek. We want it clean so we can go over there and swim in it and not die. What shall we do? Wotzehell? What shall we do?
Well, Wanted worked so fine. Maybe that or some other patrol.
Well, let's go back to Wanted and see how that does again. I'm ready when you are.
And I am indeed ready.
And I am launching. This is a Fakiri ship, which you're fine. I'm not a big Fakiri fan.
I'm going to bounce, try to get some sleep.
Okay. Well, you get some rest.
Good luck with that.
Definitely consider pursuing that phlebotomy thing. That is a brilliant idea, and they're always hiring phlebotomists someplace. With any luck, you wind up getting a decent job at a blood bank. You get some serious money.
Right.
You've got some admin skills, so, you know, management. Just don't go on salary.
Ooh, I shall talk to you all later.
Take care. It was good to hear your voice again.
Give the puppers my love.
I will do that. I will feed them treats and tell them they are from you.
Thanks.
Oh, well, that makes a difference. Pick up. Woo. So has anybody seen Project Hail Mary yet?
No, what is that?
It's a new movie. It's by the same guy who wrote The Martian. It's getting very good reviews from both people who know what the heck they're talking about, people who've read the book, and people who like good movies. Go figure. The rundown is the sun is no longer functioning. It's starting to die out. Scientists want to know why, so they get a team together, including a science teacher played by Ryan Gosling, and they ship him up into space, and when he wakes up, he's the only one left alive, and he hasn't got a clue why he's there. His memory is gone. And he has to figure out what's going on. And then he runs into an alien. Let's see how that went. That one got me almost all the way to 4. So I think it's still running in theaters. It's still running at the IMAX, which is usually a good sign that it's doing well. Let's see. Oh. Oh! No! No, today's the last day. No, that's not fair. That is not fair. Do you know what's running at the theater right this very minute? And I can't go see it. They are doing a full, big screen showing of Ben-Hur.
Ooh.
Which one?
Well, I love it.
Well,
It says
think
it's
there's only one.
no. There's 3. It's the Charlton. Yeah, it's the Charlton Heston one. There was one in the 1920s. This one, and then one that's relatively recent, last 10 years or so. Had I known, I would have gone because I think that's an absolutely wonderful movie in terms of just big screen, figuring it out. And it's got so many fun stories. But yeah, it was playing the last 3 days. I could have gone to see it. Dag nabbit! Project Hail Mary, I was thinking about going on Sunday. It's playing all day on Sunday up till 10 at night. Woo! I guess people like me who don't do Easter can go and watch movies. Were any of them directed by DeMille? I do not think any of them were directed by Cecil B. DeMille, but I will find out for you. Let's see. So there is a 1959 movie. There's a 2010 mini-series. But I know there's one earlier one.
Okay, there's 5.
There's 5?
Yep, a 1907 film.
Wow.
The 1959 one is the one most people will know of.
Yeah, and that was directed by William Wyler, just so you know that.
A 2003 production.
Wow.
Although that one's animated.
Okay.
2016. And then also the 1925.
Wow. So the only story I know about Ben-Hur from when they were filming it back in the 50s is Charlton Heston's driving the horses in the race around the track. And he's giving his all. He's, trying to do his best. And the director's like, Chuck, you're gonna win the race. Don't worry about it.
Awesome.
So none of them were directed by DeMille that I can see, Satalia. Cecil B. DeMille was more the Ten Commandments, which I loved when I was a kid, but I recently watched it again. I've got it on DVD. It doesn't hold up as well as Ben-Hur does. Everybody is one level. You're either good or you're bad. Nobody's dancing that line in between anything.
Cecil also narrated the Ten Commandments.
Yes, he did. So Charlton Heston was the uncle of one of my friends growing up. No, we never met him. No, she never ever had any stories about him. I guess they were like, one of many, many, many nieces and nephews.
Charlton Heston's last role was in True Lies, was it not?
Was he in
Played
True
the
Lies?
bossman.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he played the boss of Harry Tasker.
Did he really? No, I
Not a very long scene,
couldn't have
but
been.
yeah.
I love that movie. That is a fun movie. Let's see. Did a lot of voice work. Very interesting. Wouldn't have thought of him as being a voice actor, but yes. Yes, he was.
That movie gets points for most romantic nuclear detonation.
Actually, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page. He had something all the way up to 2003.
Yeah.
Film-wise.
Well, it looks like that might be voice work.
Oh, yeah. Looks like 2001 may have been the last he actually physically appeared. Because he was in the 2001 Planet of the Apes remake.
Wow. Holy moly, he hosted Saturday Night Live at one time. You gotta love a guy who doesn't take himself too seriously.
Silent Dreams made of people.
Oh, yeah. That came up at a dinner the other night, and in a restaurant, somebody had to say that. I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. This is not the time or place for it. Apparently, Cecil B. DeMille cast Heston's 3-month-old son as the infant Moses. That explains the reason they look so similar.
Surprisingly, a lot of father-son duos, you can tell that there is a definite resemblance.
If I remember right, Patrick Stewart's son Daniel was in the TNG episode The Inner Light playing his son.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can talking about looking familiar. I have my parents have a picture of my brother at like 2 or 3 years old,
Uh-huh.
and a picture of his son, my nephew, at roughly the same age. And I mean, the only way you can tell who's who is by the age of the photo. They look identical.
I was chatting with a cousin today, and she had sent me a picture of her mom, who I thought was my mom. They looked so much alike in the pictures. It's like, that's such a distinctive family trait in there. I don't look like that. My sisters don't look like that. My brother doesn't look like that. But then I saw a picture of my slightly elder sister and what I look like today, and it's like, oh my God, I look exactly like my sister. I'm going to go get my head shaved or something. No, 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 no. We are not going to look alike.
No, they're just changing hair color.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Uh,
If they didn't want me to change hair colors, they wouldn't make hair color.
yeah.
And they wouldn't make it so easy to get. And I should have sent a message to my hairstylist guy today. I forgot to do that. Oops. All right, Groz, what would you like to do since I just invited you to the party?
I need to do the event.
Perfect.
To hell with honor?
Hell with honor works for me. Sounds good. Here we go. Oh, weeboo. Everybody.
Go
Oh.
ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, don't forget we have the Dilithium weekend going on. So since I just discovered we're supposed to have rain for the next 2 days, I don't have to go to the gym and I don't have to walk the dogs. We're just going to play Dilithium.
I'll say this. To hell with honor. At least so the TFOs. It's probably the one, if you have a halfway decent team,
Mm-hmm.
you can knock it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's actually fun. I really enjoyed that one.
So everyone splits off, goes in 5
Yep.
different directions.
Yeah, exactly. I love good teams. So we have Andy, Luna, and the three of us. And by the way, I did not win the lottery, so I'm not about to contact Cryptic to have them fix the servers. I was hoping I'd win the lottery.
What is it up to at the moment?
Like 194, I think.
Okay.
I mean, it's not crazy money, but it's enough to be able to send a message to Cal or whoever's in charge over there now going, hey, I've got a couple million. Want to fix the servers? Please? I'll pay for it. Just name them after me. Outpost done. I'm heading over to Epsilon. If I can get there. Epsilon be dead. Okay. for, Lucara? As soon as we get out of here, I will relate my funny story of driving home last night. Sally says she's sending her 401 million to Cryptic. They said they'd use it for new ships. That's so true. I don't think I want a ship named for me, but if they do, it needs to be the RBF.
I thought it was a RFB. So what's the RBF?
Resting B face.
Oh. No. RFB sounds a lot better. Or what about a HBIC?
Say that one again?
HBIC.
HVIC?
No, HBIC.
What's that?
Head bleep in charge.
Perfect. Well, that didn't last very long.
Yeah, I love it when the thing, as soon as it's touching down, it goes dead.
Yep. So it says there's a game on Steam that's called RV There Yet? That is a great name. Let's see. I'm sure that didn't give me much. That gave me a little, though. I'll take it. What next, good people? We need a BOF ship. BOFH ship. BOFH. B-word operator from heck. Yeah. Is it me or does the game seem quiet the last couple of days? Not even the last couple of weeks, just the last couple of days.
You're probably right.
I mean, it's Thursday night and I'm only seeing 7 people I know on. I'm wondering if it's because it's holiday week for a lot of people. I know a lot of schools are out this week, as noted by the fact I went to the grocery store and everybody had their kids there, and it's like, go away.
Well,
I'm here to shop.
Also, I would probably say that most of the people have already finished up the event, and they're like, hey, I don't need to go any further.
Yeah, but you get the points for the meta event. And
Well,
with the Dilithium going on, you're going to get serious Dilithium for the next couple of days.
Well, but for someone that like me, who is usually on only one character, I don't need any extra Dilithium.
Heresy.
But that's
Heresy.
me. I've told you how much I have. I have over 2 million unrefined.
Yeah, I actually have one account that's got like 1.5 million unrefined, and I'm not going to kill that tune until they're completely done.
Yeah. And the issue that I have is I'm pretty much getting more and more dill that I can refine, because the pretty much he's the one that's geared out towards doing the events. So it's like, today I got, how much did I get for this one? I got 11,000.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and tomorrow I'm gonna get, I'm probably gonna get at least another 40+ K of dill.
Well, you'll get 12,000 for the event plus 50% bonus, so that makes it 18,000 for the event, just from doing the event. And it doesn't take much to get 40, 50,000. I know Dante has had days when he's cleared over 100,000.
Oh yeah.
It just takes, a little dedication, knowing where you can maximize it. Obviously, the VIP mining claims, and I've got some. I think I've got some. On one of my tunes, I've got some. Not in this tune.
They have been recently capped, or so it seems.
Oh.
I get 10,000 out
That,
of him.
yeah, that's always, that is the cap.
Oh, yeah, all
Yeah.
right.
It's always been the cap on that one. You can get less than that, but you can't get more than it. So as soon as you hit the 735, you don't have to go any further.
I kind of found a recipe for some pasta I kind of like.
Oh?
What's here's the brand. The Barilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have two different pestos.
Ooh.
Oh no, actually 3 different ones. No, but 2 different creamy ones. The one that I tried today was a creamy tomato, and I also added some bird's eye veggies.
Okay.
Oh, it's the tricolored pepper and onion melody.
Huh.
Pretty much just the bell peppers.
Yeah.
Just one's red, yellow, orange, and green. So just cooked it up a little bit and then made the pasta and mixed everything up together. It's like, dang, this is pretty good.
No, I am living on a truck stop sandwich from yesterday on the way home. Today was the second half of that sandwich because I didn't finish it last night. Took the dogs out thinking, hey, we're going to go up north and get some good fried chicken. Then I realized that it was a lot later in the day than I had anticipated. So took them for a walk instead and had the last slice of frozen pizza. And yes, Tess, just to answer your question, I did go shopping. I just don't have the energy to cook any of the food I got. But ham was 85 cents a pound because everybody buys it for Easter. I bought myself a huge ham. I have no idea how I'm going to eat that much ham. I'm going to cut it into little pieces, stick it in the freezer, and have food for a week or 2 or a month. I'll figure that one out. All right, what shall we do?
Another patrol?
Question.
It's another patrol. That's right. That's the correct answer. Wow. How about out of control?
We
I haven't done that one. The CTOR system? It's one of the new ones. I'm heading over there.
Okay.
So I was saying earlier, before any of you were on, I think once I get back from this trip to Texas, between when I get back and before I head off to the convention, I'm going to try something different with the show. I'm going to do Tuesdays from 4 till 9. So as soon as 10 forward ends, we'll be on, maybe a little bit before that. And Thursdays from 5 till 9. Those will be the 2 shows I do during the week because I want to work on a project with Dante. And I've always got a reason not to work on it, so I'm trying to give myself no excuses for a while.
Observe. Hostilities have taken place here recently. The quantum signature.
But I figure that's still 9 hours a week that I'm playing with you guys, so that probably should be enough.
The Harmony has detected Iconian life signs nearby.
And then we'll see what happens when I get back from Vegas.
The Iconian vessel.
So I was going to tell you the funny thing that happened as I'm driving home yesterday.
The vessel's communication systems should comply with our remodulation.
Oh,
I had my little-
A move.
I had to get off at a certain exit. Hang on a second. If we can skip that, we can.
The board have returned.
And it's always a difficult exit to get back on because I was stopping for coffee. Because it's kind of blind. You can't see trucks that are coming up on you. So as I'm getting on it, I've got my GPS up with the map. And I can see a truck's headlights coming up, but I'm looking at that little mini map, and for goodness sake, I could not see a single icon on that map of the truck coming up. It took me a few minutes to realize, oh, I'm not in the game. It's not the mini map.
Ways emissions. Begin stabilization. Massive energy spike detected. We have outmaneuvered our enemy. The gateway has
That would be really convenient, you know?
Power has been diverted from our shield generators to life support. The Bowman will need to keep a safe distance for now.
The Borg are firing! Evasion is beneficial to us.
Okay.
This occasionally happens where the
Success!
Borg attacks are time gated,
Oh.
while the
They are disengaged.
ones that we can kill are destruction gated, meaning that as soon as we get done with one, the next group will probably come in.
We are being hailed.
That makes a lot of
These
sense.
ones aren't.
This is really a short one.
They spawned a number of groups and then they stopped.
Yeah.
Because they figured they'd be still doing the artillery shoot.
Those artillery ones. That got me to 4.1. So not a lot of XP on that one.
Oh.
Let's go for one that we know has XP. Don't need a ton.
No, the other one, the other Borg one, the
Unwanted guests.
yes, it's pretty much a clone of Ninth Roll.
Right, right.
And if you get someone in the right position, they'll just be warping in debris.
That never happens. Shall we try it?
Sure.
Unwanted guest, Kinger system. Oh, hell says, ham recipes. Ham au gratin. Well, ham and potatoes au gratin. Ham casserole, ham roll-ups, chicken cordon bleu, ham and split pea soup. Oh yeah, I made killer split pea soup last time. Ham and cheese sandwich. I have a big ham. It's like 12 pounds. It was the smallest one they had.
You'll be
And-
going absolutely ham.
Well, that's why I'm hoping I can freeze it. But if nothing else, I'll make a bunch of split pea soup and freeze that.
Operational status. Red.
You must close the vortex as soon as possible. We cannot allow it to remain open. Enemy vessel on an attack vector. The enemy has sent reinforcements. You are clear to close the vortex now.
Vortex closed.
Well done.
My mom used to make a thing with leftover ham where she'd grind it up and mix it with a thick bechamel sauce, shape it into little balls, deep fry it, and then serve it with cheese sauce. I mean, it was rich, but she was really good at figuring out ways to use up the leftovers. Going ham sounds delicious. Yes, yes it does. I probably have enough room in the freezer if I were to buy a second one.
Together, we will defeat these bio-beings and their stolen vessels. We must remain united to defeat the Boar.
Pickled ham sandwiches. What is a pickled ham sandwich? Is that a ham sandwich with pickles? Which would be good.
Do not relent. We shall be victorious.
So I know Groz knows what red beans and rice are. I assume you know what red beans and rice
Yes,
are.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ah. Cooked with a ham bone. Ah.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how many times I've had that.
It's
It's
like one of my favorite comfort foods when I've got, cold or flu. Most people are doing chicken soup. No, red beans and rice. It's nutritious. It's delicious. It's spicy enough, but not too spicy. It's savory. It's soothing. It's smoky. In a pinch, the red beans and rice that you get at Popeyes is not bad.
Huh. That should do it.
Let's take a look and see how that went. Yes, yes, yes. Victory! Yay! You grind pickles and ham together and add some condiment mayo or something. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That would be delicious. That would be absolutely delicious, Wotzehell. Let's see what that did. No! I only took, well, that's because we have 3 people. That took me up to 4.2. Cream cheese. Oh, God, I bet cream cheese would be good in that. Huh, that did not do anything. That's because we have 3 of us here. So that means that we should only do things that are fun for the remainder of today because I'm not going to get a lot of XP out of doing just patrols. We should just do the stuff we want to do. Could hit a random if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. Wee woo.
We will.
We will.
And if we wind up on ground, this tune isn't bad on ground, so. Cream cheese, that would be really rich, but I could see that. I did cheat today, and I actually bought bread at the grocery store, which is not something I usually do. Baking bread is easy. It's cheap. It's something to do, especially when the weather's warm. You can throw leftovers into it. It's good. And this is why I got rid of that console. Add lettuce into the mix or add lettuce to the sandwich? Oh. Okay. Who is with us? We have Kroll and we have Sherelle. Both of these are older players. Very interesting. Great. Now I have a taste to go out and get some, like, Indian spring rolls. You know, the kind with just the veggies in them. Yeah, great. Great. Thanks, folks. Now I'm hungry again. Aw, it is the Chuck Norris. How sweet. We spent part of class time last night, again, doing the Chuck Norris jokes. Hey, we respect
Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, he actually died 20 years ago.
Yeah, Death was just too scared to tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank God there's no Mokai.
What, you wanted Mokai?
No,
Oh, good.
thank
Why?
God that's no Mokai.
Oh, I'm engineering. I'm not going to touch any of those satellites the second time around. Oh, hell, don't apologize. I didn't understand where you're going, but that's not an apology type thing.
Oh. Apparently, I'm getting I got one of my endeavors.
Really? Which one did you have? Damage?
Tholian ships. Tholian ships.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain that I got
Yeah.
that taken care of.
I finished mine up as we were starting up the show today. I had Polaron damage on the ground, and just as I was about to hit the button to start the show, red alert came on New Romulus, and I'm like, okay, let's go kill stuff.
Yeah, my other two are physical damage ground and her contendants. So,
We can make that happen.
oh yeah.
Do you have home queued up to the right spot?
I think I do.
I always have that one queued up on at least one tune.
There's that first mission where you save Iopaka that has attendance.
Yes, it
for
does.
Reddit.
Yeah. Good point. We can actually do that whole mission too. It's pretty fast.
Second mission in that arc, I believe.
Yeah. Armistice, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Yes, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard from you for a few minutes.
I'm tanking in an instance, so
No
I'm a
worries.
bit distracted.
Yeah, don't worry. I just wasn't sure if you'd gone off to do something else.
No, I'm
Okay.
still here.
Yay! So I'm taking my old television to Vegas to use as the monitor for the show, and I'm going to either give it to Borg King at the end of the show, or take it over to Goodwill and sell it, give it to them. And my son's like, if you buy a new TV, I'll set it up while you're gone. So now I have to figure out what I want for a new TV.
How old is your old TV?
Oh, 10 years.
There is a lot of new features you're gonna enjoy, I think.
Hey.
Somehow that reminded me. Sorry, I had a friend that she had an old plasma TV.
Wow.
Yeah, and it finally kind of crapped out on her. And I'm like, and she called me up and said, "Hey, can you help me get this thing repaired?" And I'm like, the amount of money that you were spending repairing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, here, give me a second here. I used my Google food and looked up on Best Buy. You can easily spend about $120 total for TV and surge protector and antenna.
Antenna. Wow.
Yeah, I think she spent like $132 total for those three items. and she called me up later and said, "Yep,
Yep.
that new TV that looks a whole lot better."
Yep. We had a huge 80-inch plasma at work that was mounted to one wall, and then when we changed layouts, we just put a regular LED up there. And it was much better and didn't require super strong mountings because the plasma one, which still worked, weighed like 90 pounds.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And they were trying to give it away, and everybody's like, no. I have to reinforce the wall or figure out how I'm going to support it. But I do need to figure out what I want. It doesn't have to have features. I mean, I've got Roku, so everything goes through the Roku. Except for the fact that if you make your YouTube go through it and you want to change from one show to a different show, it's a pain in the butt.
Sadly, most TVs nowadays are smart TVs.
Yes, they are.
It's like, come on. It's like there's still a decently sized population that does not want
A smart
a
TV.
smart TV. Yeah.
Yeah. Just-
The smart features that they have. Okay, yeah, they might connect a PlayStation 5 or Xbox, whatever, to it, and that's how they get all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, I don't need bells and whistles. Just let me watch TV, preferably in bed,
Yeah,
with the remote control so I can just bop through channels. Let me watch stupid television. All right, I'm not going to touch any of the satellites. I'm smarter than that.
I will. I'm tactical.
Actually, 3 of them are tactical.
Oh.
There's 2 of us that aren't. Who's going to take beta?
I will.
Okay. Despite not liking the ship to start off, it's doing a fine job. Don't usually like Mercury ships, but can't really argue with this one. Great. Now my brain's going, once we're off the air, you could go get yourself some Popeye's fried chicken. For you non-Americans, Popeye's fried chicken is, depending on which ones you get, can be spicy fried chicken. Take a bite into it and your breath goes, oh yeah, more of that please, thank you. So do you have Popeyes where you are, Groz? Or is that...
Yes.
Okay. But I'll bet you have better than that.
It's Popeyes is more traditional southern.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma's not a southern state.
Well, Indiana is not a southern state, but
Yeah,
southern
yeah.
chicken here is definitely a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of soul food and Creole places here. And the hot is different than hot for a lot of other foods. It's not hot for the sake of hot, it's hot for the sake of flavor. And if you can...
They all say that, and then I have a hole in my tongue.
Yeah. No, I'm not one that enjoys hot for the sake of hot. Okay, this guy isn't going to do those. I'll go do those. Are we covered okay at every place?
We're fine.
Okay. Because there's 3 of us up here, and I'm like... like going to a Thai restaurant, and I like my little Thai restaurant because one of the guys that I'm going with will say, yeah, I want spicy. I want as spicy as you can make it. And she looks at the guy, a little old lady, goes, nope. You can't handle it. I will make it spicy enough for you.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah?
The spiciness of Asian cuisine currently.
Yeah?
When did they start using the current spices that they do now?
It depends on which one. So if you do Vietnamese, they've always had a lot more spice than
Well, true,
more than they
but
have in American versions of it.
but the thing is, it wasn't until Columbus discovered America, and shortly after, about 200 years later, is when they started getting their that particular spices.
Oh, okay, that's valid.
Yeah, a lot of the spices that they currently use was introduced from the Americas.
Really?
I'm talking about the chilies.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Now they do have spices that they did use that had heat before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's just it was not chili based.
Wow. So I watch a Vietnamese cook. She's got a YouTube and a TikTok and all that stuff. And her food looks really interesting. I wouldn't eat it because there's no way I'm putting that kind of level of spice in my body. I would die. But she did basically steamed and grilled chili peppers as a vegetable. And she's just sitting there eating them. I'm like, no! Ah!
Yeah, your mouth's going ha 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 just looking at it. Right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in pain just watching her, and she's chomping through this stuff, no problem. No. Did somebody go up there with an engineer to do satellites, Groz?
Yes, sadly, Kroll got to it, and we pretty much we need to. I think we need to next time we run one of these, we need to tell them, hey, before we actually start it,
Yeah.
if you're not tactical, first wave you're perfectly fine activated. Second time around,
No. No touchy.
park your butt somewhere away from the satellites.
Yeah. Hell says my mom can't do spicy. My mom embarrassed herself once commenting the condiment was spicy. It was Heinz ketchup. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I'm not that bad.
Heard a word mentioned, certain white people spicy.
Oh no.
I was in Aachen and my friends from the business there wanted to take me to the Mexican restaurant that opened. Because I'm American, they wanted to show us their version of Mexican. It was heat for the sake of heat. It was almost inedible. And I'm just like, no. You guys come over and I'll take you over to, what is it? Ranchero Fiesta, which is a little mom and pop place in Bloomington. And the heat is for flavor, and they are so good. But again, it's one of those places they'll look at you and go, nope, you're not getting hot that way. You can't tolerate it. Okay. Yep, whatever you say. Let's see. That's filled. That's filled. Let's see if the coppers are filled. All right. Yay. Oh, hell, all I can say is Heinz was what I grew up on. I got to Indianapolis a couple of years ago, and they have something here called Red Gold ketchup. Once you've had Red Gold, you'll never go back to Heinz. And this is from a person who doesn't like tomatoes, and ketchup is as close to tomatoes as I'm going to get. But it's definitely better. Well, that got me up a little bit further. I'm like at 4.5. Should we try another one?
Sure.
We
We
will.
will.
In the town of Frankfurt, there is a bratwurst stand
Uh-huh.
in which they have hot sauces.
Yeah.
Staged in different levels, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
A to F, where A is meh and F is so you want to turn your digestive tract into a flamethrower.
Nice one.
I got a C that is about enough for me.
There is a little shop, Cajun. That would be the best description. No, Creole would probably be better for it. They have 4 things a day, and these are all slow cooked things. So one would be spicy chili cheese, um, not langoustines, crawfish, or corn mesh, which is just corn cooked all day. And one would be drunken chicken, and a fourth one. But they will pick 4, maybe 5, and you get a big plate of rice and a huge serving of this. And then they have the trays of hot sauces. And again, as from fine to you don't need lungs anymore levels of heat. And I can't remember which one I like every time I go in there, so I always get like 4 or 5 different kinds and sit at the table. And it's like, nope, that's not it. Oh yeah, okay, that's the one. Good stuff. Did you know ketchup was invented to cover the taste of spoiled meat? That's what it was invented for? Because I mean, old school ketchup.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's true.
Really? Then no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is normally a really good thing to taste. Better than to not taste it and then, know anyways, because you're spending next week on the toilet.
Yeah, I do know that pepper was used a lot to cover the taste of spoiled meat, as was vinegar. But so, okay, yeah, I guess ketchup makes a lot of sense then.
Vinegar would technically work to kill some of the bacteria that spoil your meat.
It will.
But once it is spoiled, yeah.
I'm going left, and I'll take the left side of the left. But somebody's got those 2 probes. We'll ignore those 2 probes then. Oh, that's not good. I do have a cure. Good. Back in the days before refrigeration, yes. So one of the cooks I follow was doing, and one of the cooks that it clued me into was making corned beef. And, talking about how corning beef was used to keep beef from spoiling after you slaughtered a cow, because cows were quite valuable, and you used as much of it as you could. Oh, goodness, we are just knocking this thing down, aren't we? Oof. Oh, she died fast. I'm making corned beef for dinner tonight. Actually, yum. So this guy took the brined corned beef, which is like the first stage of cooking it, and you get it in the brine, then you take it out, and then he slow roasted it, not cooking it in the brine, but he slow roasted it, wrapped in foil with a honey and maybe pepper glaze on it, and then baked it that way for like 6 hours, and then cooked the cabbage in beef broth with leeks and onions, which I realize is a little redundant, and did that like for an hour until the cabbage was just down to, ooh, yum, soft. Well, that got me up to 4.5 plus a smidgen. Nick is raiding with a party of 27. Woo! Greetings, everybody. White Wolf, Wolf Gray, everybody's here. Nick's onesie crew. Please tell me you're all wearing onesies. I want to see it. I want to see it. Eximmer, how are you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Not today. That would be wrong in so many ways, but would still be great to see. I want to plan a full instance. Oh, yeah. No, no. I don't know that we want to see a photo of that. Maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe that's too much information. How's everybody doing tonight? We are goofing around playing some randoms and just having fun. Everybody's welcome to join in. Kiap says, you don't want half the chat to swoon. Which half? Someone sends Wolf Gray a Moopsy onesie. I will wear it on stream. There you go. I forgot what we were playing yesterday, but I do believe that Wotzehell was our Inquisitor in a Moopsy hoodie. So the Inquisitor therefore had a Moopsy hoodie.
Look funny.
Thank you for saying Moopsy hoodies. That's what I need to get for Vegas. I'm trying to do costumes that aren't costumes, and a Moopsy hoodie would be excellent. Though I'm always surprised when I go to a convention and I've got my Moopsy there and I've got my somewhat deflated character lying on one of the tables, and people are like, what's that? It's Moopsy. What's Moopsy? What do you mean, what's Moopsy? Don't you watch Star Trek? Yeah, but what's Moopsy? Heresy! Heresy, I tell you, heresy!
Did it ever come up in more than one episode?
No, but once enough. Take away their nerd cards. Yes, thank you. So I kind of outgrew one of my TNG uniforms. So I wound up stuffing it with maybe a little bit of quilt batting, so it's kind of like flattening out and sinking down. I found a mask that needs a head underneath it, but I don't have one of those at the moment. So it looks like it's been deflated from the inside. And it's perfect. And I just stick Moopsy on top of it, and it's out there, and people just don't get it.
Well, a Moopsy is basically a tribble, but whereas a tribble would eat all your food, a Moopsy would eat you.
Just your bones. Just suck your bones out, that's all. Nothing much.
Talking about Moopsy, villain support.
Yeah.
They actually had one episode of.
They have a villain support Moopsy? Oh!
A villain support Moopsy episode.
Hold on a second. I have to go look for that one. Boy, it works better when I can type. Yep, the Predator. Oh, no. No. They've got two.
Oh, okay.
They've got the Predators versus a Moopsy, and Nappa meets a Moopsy.
The Nappa meets the Moopsy is the one that I saw.
Wow. Those of you who haven't seen Villain Support is excellent.
Oh, yes. And he's done a few kind of rare sci-fi stuff that I know of. I'm like, yes, finally some living for that particular author.
Oh, hell reminds me not to use the mannequin to carpool, which is a thing in Vegas because they have special lanes for people with more than two people, or with two people in the car or more. Fortunately, I'm not doing that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Only
sure.
for the sound effects of that alone. Predator goes like. Moopsie goes like.
Whoopsie! Whoopsie! I have to get some oopsie sound effects. Would anybody like to join us? We're just doing stuff tonight. See, we're talking about this. There's not a lot of people in game tonight. Or at least, okay, of the people I know, there's not a lot in game. Admittedly, this isn't my big account. I've got a smaller account out. Oh, Pie's on tonight. Hi, Pie. So I mentioned that my body that I use for Moopsie fits in a suitcase. And until she's actually stuffed in there, it's a bag, and she's just a uniform and a mask and shoes. So it doesn't take up much space till I get there. It's going to be I'm driving, ho hell. Yeah, no, I have never taken it in a suitcase through an airport. That would be something I'd ship to the hotel in advance. I've done that before for the really weird stuff. Because you're right. I've had airports open up my bags and start going through my stuff during the beginning of when they were doing TSA stuff after 9/11, and I tried to tell them in less than uncertain terms that there's blood all over everything I've got. You do not want to touch it with bare hands. And they did not understand that. They were in there, they had their hands out there touching things. I'm like, oh my God, that's all contaminated. What are you doing?
What do they do with cosplayers? If they do cosplaying for games or other media that represent some weapons or something,
Generally,
swords or anything, or like in Resident Evil, a realistically modeled weapon.
you pack them separately and check them. You don't try and carry them as carry-on. If they're in the check-through stuff, a lot less of a worry. But when I'm doing weapons that are interesting or big, I drive to the places. I don't try and fly. Because I don't trust that the weapons are going to get there in one piece. I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was doing Sisters of Battle for Warhammer. And my weapon was about 7 feet long. And I'd spent hours making that thing look reasonably accurate. And nope, not going to put that in a suitcase. Not going to even try it. I'll just drive it there.
Yeah, I imagine some TSA agent X-raying a suitcase and seeing what looks like a really, really big revolver.
Yeah. Well, when I used to go to tournaments, which I did have to fly to, and I'm taking weapons to a tournament because, compete with weapons. And I'd be going to the TSA agent going, these have weapons in it. I'm letting you know in advance. That's why it's checked, but it's going to show up when you x-ray it. And they're like, oh, that's okay. You checked it. We don't really care as long as it's not an explosive. No, it's just knives and swords and stuff.
Usually, most cosplayers they're not traveling in said cosplay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you were in the aforementioned Resident Evil 9 cosplaying scene or something, you'd need to get your cosplay stuff to where you plan to cosplay.
Yeah, you don't drive in cosplay. I have one or two that I could drive in, but most of them, nope.
Among several items of a relatively harmless kit, the X-ray machine will see, maybe that Requiem pistol.
Yeah.
And the TSA agent who sees that on the X-ray will be wearing brown pants.
Yeah, they're going to stop and go through that stuff just to make sure it's cosplay. But like I said, I always tell them when I've got weird stuff in there going, you're welcome to open it up and search it all you want. I'm just letting you know what it is in advance. Now, at the same time, when I was coming home from Vegas on a plane once, 10 years ago, I had gotten a letter opener at the Star Trek convention. Razor sharp letter opener. I'm trying to see if it's on my desk at the moment. It is not. It is about 8 inches long. The lower 4 to 5 inches was the blade, and it was a big, thick, heavy blade, and a huge offset for the counterweight for the other side. And it was in my carry-on, and it goes through the X-ray machine. They flag it, and I'm like, oh crud! It's a letter opener. Hey, I've got like 3 hours. I got plenty of time to go over to the post office and mail it back to myself. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll come back through security. They're like, oh no, it's fine.
Oh,
What? Seriously.
oh well.
I have had the weirdest interactions with the TSA. I was wearing a Star Trek comm badge. No, I wasn't wearing it. It was on my briefcase when I was going to a meeting someplace, and short flight over there. And they were saying it's pointy and sharp, and I'm like, it's glued into the suitcase. I'd have to have a knife to pry it out to use it. And so they hemmed and hawed for a while, and they finally said, well, because it's you, we're going to let you go. I'm like, because I'm me? I'm nobody. Who do you think I am? But it's just weird stuff. They want to stop a kid because he's carrying his skateboard, his valuable skateboard with, and he bought a seat for the skateboard, and they didn't want to let him on because, quote, he could kill somebody with it. And I, of course, stupidly was standing right behind going, hey, I can kill somebody with a baseball cap, but you're not stopping anybody from wearing baseball caps. And that got some really weird looks.
Oh.
I
Maybe
just-
we should stop you all with a baseball cap.
I had just come from a seminar
Anyone
teaching.
got any problems with that? Talk to this lady.
Heck, you could kill someone with a pencil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, John Wick. Baseball cap,
Yeah.
T-shirts, ropes, knives, cell
Line
phone.
everyone with pencil, go in this line, with baseball caps, go in this line.
Yeah, it's like as long as you know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah.
You can use pretty much almost anything
Yep.
to kill someone.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying, if you know what you know, you can.
Yeah. Knowing what weapons are at hand and how to use them. Yeah, we had fun at class most nights. How about another random?
Sure.
Why not do Groz's attendance?
No need.
Oh, hang on a
You
second.
did already.
Hang on, I have to answer somebody. Oh.
Yeah, I already took care of it. Got myself a perk point out of it.
Hooray! Any endeavors open still?
Not for me.
Not for me.
Me neither. I'm at 9:54.
Oh, what am I on? I haven't looked lately. 9:28, but I've got 5 I have to spend at some point here. Sorry, people are messaging me. I had to deal with a few quick things there. Hey, Dante, thank you for letting me know, and my condolences, dear. All right, are we all done with endeavors? We're all done with events. Anything else today?
Really? How's the level on your ship?
Nothing. 4.55, up from 4.5. But I'm fine with running randoms. It's much more fun to actually run TFOs than patrols all the time. We can run one patrol when we get, just about done for the evening, and we'll finish up that ship for the night. Oh, hi, Pi. I saw that you were on. Pi has been subbing for 80 months. We have been doing this for 6.67 years. Almost 7 years. Almost 7 years. Oh my God. August will be 7 years. This is way too long to be doing this.
Oh.
No, it didn't pop, Pi. I had massive issues with my computer, and it went off to Micro Center for some work last week. So I have to redo all of it, but I'm thinking, you know what? Well, I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But I will be gone a good part of next week and the week after that, so I thought, hey, it's a great time to maybe change my LCARs and a few other things and update the screens and all that blobbity stuff, and then we can reset the alerts. But yeah, it's been an adventure with Mr. Computer. It's better now. Did we say we were okay for randoms? Pi, do you want to join us for a random?
Yeah.
Hang on, let's see if Pi wants to join us. No, Pi's already logged off because Pi's no fun anymore.
Okay.
Oh, Pi's chilling. I saw you on for a moment there. Well, yeah, I totally get that. Be at work. Wee woo.
Oh, indeed.
Work is a good thing. I'm just glad I don't have it right now.
Kind of looking into getting a GPS unit for my car.
It's nice.
Hey, use your phone.
No, it's like some of the places I'm going to be going to that doesn't quite get good cell reception, and also at the same time it uses up data on my phone, which I might not have the data needed at the time.
I'll buy a used TomTom or whatever off eBay, because some people be thinking I could just use my phone and sell my old GPS unit.
True, true. Pi, you go. Oh, I've seen this before. Go have a good night, Pi. Let me know when you're on next, because I haven't heard you for a while.
Although that might not be the case in the US. You have huge spots where you don't have cell service.
Yeah.
Country's too big.
Yeah.
You need to put it in a hot wash or something.
Wotzehell says check out Goodwill or something like that for GPS. That's a good point. Yes, Pi, absolutely. Ping me when you've got time, and we can chat.
Yeah.
You can probably split this run pretty easily.
Move, you big tub.
No, it's not. The probes are slowly getting sucked back into this gravel back here. Wow, that was bright. I got it right! Yay! That went nicely.
It was not very good flying on my part.
Everything died, and it died quickly. It's kind of hard to argue with that. Let's see what that did. Oh, that took me up to 4.5. Sorry, maybe 4.6.
Okay.
I knew you had done that. Let's see how that went. So Groz has parsed that for us, with Groz coming in a whopping 391. Tolmo Talon at 130. Wotzehell at 109. Ooh, I came in at 43. Not bad for a piece of junk that I put together. And Jack Aubrey at 27. 1 minute 4 seconds. So very nice.
Yeah. Usually a good average time for infected is about somewhere around a minute.
Yeah.
It's just like I've seen 45 to about a minute 15, the kind of the average range.
Well, considering the ship just was stuff that I threw on it from the last ship, that's not bad. That's nothing fabulous, but it's not a bad little ship, though. I will say that the one we took out just before this, the Tamaran Raider, actually
Yeah.
a very nice little ship. I think I'm going to keep that and set it up for, I don't know, Polaron? No, what does this tune do primarily? This one does primarily plasma and AP, so maybe I'll set it up as an AP or set it up as my primary plasma. But she's Romulan, so I think her primary will be a plasma build, but I like her doing these little ships a little bit more than I like my big tanky ships sometimes. Anybody got a taste for anything?
How about we do a crystal?
Sounds good. Private okay if it doesn't queue up?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see if it queues first. Probably won't because it's 10 people.
Takes 10 people.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go in the queue. Will it? Does it ever pop as a random?
I have seen it pop
Okay, let's see what
in
happens.
times shrouded by myth and legend.
Oh, we'll give it a moment, and if it doesn't happen, I'll kill that and do it as a private queue. If anybody out there knows if that is one that will or will not queue, let me know.
Hmm.
Nope, it's not eligible for randoms. Only 5s are eligible for randoms. So we will do it with the 3 of us. It's a shame we can't do things for tomorrow and bank them, though. I don't remember what tomorrow's... Oh, tomorrow's Universal is Gateway to Grethor for the weekend. Getting back to the U.S. having patches of no cell. Going to visit DT and then coming back from Vegas, there's 2 areas where there are just like 100 miles, especially in the mountains going to see DT, where there's no cell. And coming through the mountains just outside Denver for like 50, 60 miles, almost no cell till you're almost in Denver, which gets really tricky if you're trying to figure out the GPS for getting into Denver to, find a hotel.
Yeah, that's kind of the reasons why I want to get a dedicated GPS. Is it takes it receives a GPS signal from space, and thus
That's reasonable.
yeah, it's not dependent on cell signal.
Well, since I'm usually driving places, I become very reliant on a map of all things. A lot of times, yeah, people are like, "What's a map?"
Yeah, I remember seeing a TikTok video. Guy pretty much said, yeah, if Gen X and millennials teamed up against Gen Z and Gen Alpha, we could write down our plan of attack in cursive and at the same time circle our location on a map.
They'd have no clue.
Leave it. Yeah, they would have no clue what is. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
evening,
the guy-
WC. How are you doing?
The guy that he was talking to said, "You know what? That's disrespectful. Disrespectful, but I
Yeah.
have to agree with you on it because
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, you're 100% right.
yeah, I'm actually from. I'm a millennial, kind of that micro generation that's in between millennial and Gen X. Yeah, I grew up in a time where I had to learn how to read a map. I learned cursive.
It actually drives me crazy because I know there's got to be a better way for me to get to Chicago, for example. Because if you rely on Google Maps, it takes you on the expressway, which, I'm sorry, excuse my terminology, the Chicago expressways suck. They're all under construction. There's no way to get any place where you're not going to sit in traffic. I know there's ways to get there, but you can't find a map on Google Maps. All you can find are directions. So I have to plot out in advance, going and finding an actual map on Google Maps, and then trying to remember it when I'm driving. Okay, I know there's a road that crosses over, by the way. It's US 30 that runs through Indiana and runs west into Chicago.
I suppose that is one advantage for the EU-only GPS units. They generally have different options as to what roads to avoid. Like avoid toll roads, avoid highways.
Sometimes, yeah.
I know that some of the GPS units that are currently out there have a traffic.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do.
function.
They absolutely do.
Yeah. Now you're usually paying a little bit extra money for that option, but the thing is, it's like, hey, I'll tell you, hey, heavy traffic here. Oh, Elton route, okay. Yeah.
WC says, "What's this strange secret code?" It's cursive writing. Yes. Yes, it is. Now, if you really want to mess with a generation that's a little bit younger, well, younger than me, probably your age, give them a computer that doesn't have a mouse. And let them enjoy the pleasure of alt-tabbing through things.
Hey, I'm old enough to remember that. Also, I'm old enough to remember using DOS.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And
Before I had a mouse in 1982.
now, what about dial-up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know that particular torturous sound.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Every now and then I'll hear it and it's like, that brings back not good memories. But let's go back to what does Wotzehell sell? It reminds me of my cousin's teenage daughter's reaction to seeing my grandparents' rotary telephone. How about we go a little bit older? Party lines.
I do not remember party lines.
You may not have had
Too
them.
young for that.
Yeah, it's where like 3 or 4 houses all had the same
Had the same line, yeah.
line.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you call and, oh, sorry, it's for the Joneses 3 doors down. Okay, hold on here.
You'd pick up the
it's like,
receiver and make sure somebody else wasn't talking, and you just wait for them to get done. And politeness was that you didn't talk forever because somebody else might need to make a call.
and also at the same time, you might intentionally pick up to listen
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
to see if someone's
Many a
talking
secret
about.
got revealed that way. WC says, "Get off the internet. I need to make a call." Yes.
Yes, my dad saying that quite a few times. Dad and mom say, "Take your kid off the internet."
Yep. Yep. Hohel remembers the black screen and yellow writing on the computer. Yes. Actually, interesting you mentioned that, Hohel. I got a job here when I first moved to Indy, doing accounting, but the company was acquiring smaller companies and bringing them into their system. And part of it was they would come in with their existing accounting systems, and some of them were MS-DOS based. And because I was old enough to remember that, I was one of like 5 people in the company who would be stuck trying to interpolate it from what they were doing over to our stuff, and you'd have to be able to do that mental switch from playing with your mouse to MS-DOS, to playing with your mouse to MS-DOS, and bouncing back and forth. So much fun. Hell says, "Operator, please connect me to 369 Maple Street." Or you'd get the other one. "Operator, can I have Luckenbill 26127? Where Luckenbill would be the district, but that's how we wound up for a long time with having prefixes in phones like LU for that one, and that would be all the phones in that area. Now, they've dropped that a long time ago, but my grandparents' phone number was 616-HA6-3588, which is horrible that I can remember it, and they've been gone 50 years now. I can still remember their phone number. How about international calls that were connected by an operator? Oh my God, yeah. I remember Mom giving that 10-digit number to the operator, then being told, "I'm sorry, all the lines to Europe are currently in use. Would you like me to call you back when there's a line available?" Yes. And inserting floppy disks for individual files. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. My ex-boss and I were kind of having a nerd out about the fact that we now had a CD-ROM that carried so much more than the old floppies we'd been using. And I say this after I glanced down at the 3 8-terabyte external hard drives that I've got sitting over here that I use for holding all my video files for the game.
Oh my god, Mom.
I have a lot of files.
It's like I have where is it? I have my micro SD card here with me.
Yeah.
That's 256 gigabytes, and I mean that it can. It's like how many MIDI files could you put on that thing compared to a standard floppy? It's like, yeah, I could probably have at least 3 or 4 days worth of songs on
the
SD card, while you might get only 20 minutes at most on a floppy disk.
Yeah.
And that's pushing it.
Hi, Swear. Welcome aboard. Whole Health says, "We've seen so many changes in a short time. When my grandmother was born, she remembered getting up in the morning, helping to milk the cows, getting the milk onto the back of the horse-drawn cart, and getting it down to the train station for the 5 a.m. shipment to Chicago. Before she died, we had men on the moon." And she considered that fairly normal by that point. That is a lifetime of change.
My great-grandmother, my mom's mother, was born in 1900.
Mm-hmm.
And she passed away in 1999.
Wow.
So, yeah, but, and then also I have a dad's mother, 1894.
Mm-hmm.
And she died about the same time as my other great-grandmother. Just both of them, that going from horse-drawn carriages to automobiles to seeing airplanes, and then also then when they were in their 60s, 70s, we actually landed a man on the moon.
Yeah.
And then by the time both of them died, cell phones and computers
Yeah.
were just starting to become mainstream.
What I find interesting to consider is the social changes. Now, my mom's mom, not so much, because she was a girl on a farm. So, yes, she was expected to do the cooking, the cleaning, all that stuff, but she was also expected to get up and milk the cows. Yes, she had to wear a dress while she was doing it, but that wasn't always practical. So, yeah, she had jeans and coveralls, and she learned how to drive a tractor and ride horses, blah-bitty, blah. Whereas my dad's mom would never learn how to drive a car, never became independent, never knew how to do bills or write a check or do anything because it wasn't ladylike. So it's very interesting. I can't imagine a woman in this day and age, in the U.S. at least, who can't care for herself, doesn't know what it is to have a job, drives a car.
A colleague,
yeah,
where who speaks Arabian, and I was talking to him about Saudi Arabia recently graciously as they are, allowing women to drive. Very recently.
Has anybody?
He can maybe on a flea market or eBay, or he can pick some old joke book with women driver jokes, translated them into Arabic, and then make a lot of money in Saudi Arabia.
Has anybody heard, I'm sure WC knows this story, about Queen Elizabeth and one of the Arab leaders? You know the story, Groz?
Yes. Pretty much the Queen and actually the King now, they don't need a driver's license because all licenses are issued in their name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember, and the thing is, during the Second World War, when she was a princess, she was allowed to become a kind of an auxiliary.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she was doing is working on trucks and other stuff, and she learned how to drive them. And then fast forward to probably this was when she was probably in her 70s. An Arab prince, I don't know where. I want to say Saudi Arabia, but came and visited, and she has to start driving him around, and kind of scared the living shit out of him.
Yeah, she was kind of having fun with that one.
Oh yeah, it's like to be honest, like yeah, it's like she actually kind of. Yeah, it was actually kind of funny on her part.
Yeah, so there's an image when they stop the car because the sheik's in the other, front seat, and she's got her hands up on the wheel, and she's smiling because she knows he's freaking out. That is so amazing. WC says the British royal family refused to evacuate to Canada because they knew how important it was to stay in London. When you think how fight them on the beaches was because the government expected an actual invasion, you can appreciate how wild that decision was. Yeah, but amazing.
Actually, I'll say it took a lot of guts, but at the same time, I think it kind of helped out with morale a little bit.
Of course it did. It helped out hugely with morale.
Yeah, and I remember hearing about Hitler saying about not Elizabeth II, but her mother Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's one strong bitch.
Yeah. The Queen Mom.
Yeah, the Queen. He said something to the fact that. She was one strong person.
Yeah. Interesting times.
Another anecdote I just remembered about Flight to the Moon. That happened 66 years after the first self-powered flight by the Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk.
Really? That short?
Yeah.
That
10
is
years after the moon landing, we got a space shuttle and a flight at Kitty Hawk that could have been done within that big red tank.
wow. Yeah, I used to have to drive up to Ohio every week, and at one of the exits is the turnoff to go down to Kitty Hawk and all the museums down there. I've never done that. Maybe I will do that one of these days. It's amazing how many changes we've seen in the course of 100 years, and then the rate of change continues to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate to the extent that we see change as a very normal thing, where I think even for people my age, change is harder to accept. You know, we can be like, well, we didn't do it that way in my day. Well, we do it that way these days. Anyway, let's do one more here. Tell you what, let's finish leveling up the ship. How we do one more patrol here. WC, Sunday is perfect. I just didn't want to mess you up if you had any plans, but we're not doing anything because we're going to do a Memorial Day for my hubs on Monday because, that's the way we roll around here. To memorialize my husband, we're going to eat things he liked, like steak. Oh, for us, we have to have a steak.
Oh, I'm sorry your arm has to be twisted.
Yeah, we're just devastated and do things he liked, like watch movies.
What kind of steak are you going to get? Ribeye, T-bone?
Well, he would have gone for New York strips, but I really do not like a New York strip steak. I think it's meh. So yeah, I'm doing ribeyes.
Now, the question that I have is, if someone were to give your husband a ribeye, would he be like, okay?
Oh yeah, he'd eat it. I mean, he wouldn't have a problem with it. But if he went to the store and I told him to go buy 2 steaks, he would come home with 2 New York strips. If I went to the
if he's spending the money and he's going to go get the stuff, he's getting stripped.
Yeah.
If you're the one that went and got it, and you brought home ribeye, he would not complain.
Right.
He no complaints at all.
Exactly. Yeah, I just never got into New York strips, and because I made them for him the first time I cooked for him, he assumed that's the steak that I liked, not realizing that I'd been listening to what he said he liked and bought him the steaks he liked. So I guess that's kind of cool, Listen to your partner, do what they like, except when it comes to steak, then you buy what you like. All right, we're going to do one more patrol. How about let's finish it up with 9th rule. That did very well for us earlier. Yes, I know what you want. I'm going to move those up here. The little one's looking at me with this look of, but it's snack time. All right, we're going to launch 9th rule. Let us do this thing. You okay?
Yeah.
And I will be back on tomorrow morning. I just slept in this morning. No, you have to wait a minute. And Taz is going to be streaming for us tomorrow night, and we're going to watch The Return of the Florpus?
Yes.
The Return of the Florpus.
Oh, Enter the Florpus.
Enter the Florpus. Excuse me. Yes, it is a good name for that one. And I will make waffles. I will make chicken and waffles, which is as close as we can get with waffles. And if you have not seen Invader Zim, this is a great time for you to get introduced to Invader Zim.
It's awesome.
Invader Zim is awesome, yes. I think I was going to cosplay Invader Zim one year, and I just didn't.
Oh, missed opportunity.
It is. Well, there's always conventions rolling around, and I enjoy it. But for this Vegas convention, I'm just going to be wearing appropriate t-shirts. Not worry about cosplay too much. Leave that all to DT and Mrs. DT. Lucy says, "Oh gosh, I got the Neelan Exel cutscene yesterday with the artisanal audio on. The super dramatic voice reading while hearing pew pew shields. Danger was something. I'm so disappointed that they only do it for a few hours a year. Artisanal audio is a hoot." Cal, Bordicus, Jack, Thomas, all you guys, if you're listening, you could make it more than a few hours a year. We would appreciate it.
Where some people are very confused about the artisanal audio.
The first time it happened, I'm like, what? This is obviously years ago. And since then, it's been the high point of April.
Will they quit warping in debris, please?
I always sit there and go, have they ever calculated the ROI on maintaining this? It costs a lot to create a ship, and all of a sudden all you get is salvage.
And the thing is, you might not be the one collecting such
Yeah.
garbage.
Well, heck yeah, we know that Madron's here. He's going to be collecting salvage.
Or at least trying to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's going to be going to jail soon.
Oh, he gets out. We know he's available in Partisans. They never do explain how he got out of prison, though. I'm sure he bought his way out. Man, they're not... I can barely target them.
Yeah, I kind of like position where I'm at the moment. That's where I kind of like to position myself.
Yeah,
This
there's...
particular. Yeah, it's just they warp in. I'm right behind them, flanking.
Well, it doesn't hurt that we've got a plasma storm going on, and we've got whatever that gravity well thingy is going on. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
everything goes. Let's see, WC says my favorite April Fool's yesterday was a documentary channel I watched that covers German railways. An episode all about how West German Rail decided to paint some of their steam locomotives in the new teal and ivory scheme of the 1960s. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. No. Speaking of teal, though, I was watching something where a guy found this old, really not attractive dresser. I mean, the style was beautiful, but it had been repainted multiple times. And he decided he was going to strip it down and then refinish it, and he came up with this amazingly beautiful teal color. And I'm like, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. And his wife's like, nah, nobody'd buy that. You should go with brown. And it was nice, but it was really generic. So definitely the teal and ivories. Hey, did you see that? Did everybody see that right there at the very last moment as I warped out? That big, fun, shiny gold light of... Hey! We leveled that puppy. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! So now I can go down and get another ship. I'm going to go down and feed the dogs first. So thank you all for being here tonight. We will be back tomorrow morning. And next week's going to be weird AF because I'm gone Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. But I should be here in the mornings. We'll be here Thursday, Friday, next week. Like a week from tonight and a week from tomorrow night. Hush, hush. And then I will be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday the following week. And then out of town Thursday, Friday, blah, 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 blah. So for the next 2 weeks, just kind of chaotic stuff. I will officially be back to something close to a normal schedule on April the 20th. I'll be around till then. In the meantime, everybody have an awesome evening, and we'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.